Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ron. How y'all doing? I wanted to do this video to show you something. I've got this e-bike here, and it's not a foldable one. It's what they call a cargo e-bike. And when I bought it, I thought, you know, I could just slap it in the back of my pickup truck and lay it down in there and take it with me to ride, you know, places I wanted to go. I tried to do that. It don't work, okay? It's a little bit bulky. A little bit hard to get in the back of the truck, and if you had a car, it'd be even more difficult. Okay, and that brings us to an e-bike rack. Okay, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, as a disclaimer up front, okay, the company, I had a company reach out to me, and the name of it is OutFitR, and I'm going to put all the information in the description of this video, their links and everything else. They asked me if I would like to review one of their e-bike racks, and I said sure. Anyways, I agreed to do a review for them in exchange for the product itself. So that's my disclaimer right there. I get to keep the e-bike rack after I do the review for them. Now the first thing we're going to do, okay, is we're going to unbox it. Okay, now it arrived yesterday via UPS. No, it wasn't UPS, it was USPS. Okay, it came in the mail. All right. So right away on the box, it says 100 pounds foldable AL1 e-bike rack with ramp, okay? And that is from OutFitR. That's OutFitR. Now it's packaged really well, okay? Like I said, it came in USPS, United States Post Office, delivered it yesterday. What we're gonna do is get everything out of the box. I'm gonna set it right here on the tailgate of the truck so we can see it all, okay? This right here looks like the ramp that you use to load it with. It's made out of, oh, there is looks like a bracket of some sort. And then this is the hitch receiver with the folding mechanism on it. It's really well packed. It's got a lot of cardboard. I didn't want to take too much time going through the unboxing, but I did want you to see how well it was packed, okay? This is the actual ramp itself. That does not weigh anything, okay? Nothing at all. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I always find that it's very helpful to read the instructions before you put something like this together. So the instruction sheet comes with some specifications on it if you want to read about those. Everything looks really simple. There's only probably about 4 or 5 parts total that have to be put together. This is the part that goes into the truck, okay? And this is the part that allows the ramp sits across here, allows the ramp to fold up against the vehicle. And there's a pin that came with it, it's right here. Looks like a hitch pin. It goes right in that hole right there, and that's what holds it in place. We're gonna put that to the side, and we're gonna get this piece right here. This is the part that the bike actually sits on, okay? Piece right here for the front wheel goes on this aluminum bracket right here, or the aluminum part of the ramp. Like I said, this is really lightweight. I don't even think that weighs 2 pounds, okay? Now this is where you want to pay close attention to the instructions, because you could get this turned that way by accident, but it actually goes with this part of the metal goes down, okay? So you kind of want to make sure you follow the directions pretty good there. Like I said, take your time and just read the directions. So far they've been pretty clear. I'm going to show you the orientation of this, okay? This is the orientation. This part here is for the back wheel, and then the front wheel slides into this direction right here, okay? That's the way it goes. I'm really excited about this because up until now, this is my e-bike right here. Up until now, I haven't had a really good way to carry it, okay? So I was really excited when they reached out to me and asked me if I would like to try one of their e-bike racks. I said sure. Now this comes in 2 versions. This is the foldable version, and this is for a single bike, 100-pound capacity. The other version they have is for 2 bikes, and it has a 200-pound capacity. It's almost identical in design, except it has 2 of these, okay, instead of 1, and probably the part that goes on the hitch is a little bit longer to accommodate both of these, okay? But I got the single bike rack because I'm the only one in the household that rides, and I just needed the single bike. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and place it on the rack like that, okay? This rail already comes with the 2 bolts, okay, that you need to put in there. So the next piece to go on is this piece right here. Now this is the part that you attach to the bicycle, either the seat stem or the cross member, whichever you got. And you'll see when I load the bike on the truck and get ready for a test drive how this works, okay? I've assembled my rack, okay? I have it assembled here, so the front wheel will be on the driver's side of the vehicle and the back wheel will be on the passenger side. Okay, this is the next piece that goes on there, okay? And it goes on the rack. There's a hole for it right here. Just so you know, the orientation of this rack for myself will be for the front wheel to be on the driver's side of the vehicle and the back wheel to be on the passenger side. It makes it a little bit easier like that if you're going to do it that way. That way you're not loading on the traffic side of your vehicle. This thing here has 3 washers that go on it, and you need to look at the instructions to see which one goes in what order, okay? So just make sure you get those on there. So when you get to this part of the installation, you got about 2 bolts left over that you would need, and it's pretty easy to figure out which one goes in that hole. Now this one here has a flat washer and a lock washer on there. Okay, we're just about finished. I've probably been at this for about, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe at the most. So the next thing to do is put this keeper on there, on this pole. And what we need to do is we need to kind of get the bike on there and see where it's going to set. And this does rotate left and right, or you know, vertically or horizontally. It's got like a little groove in there and a strap to hold the bike on. So we're getting real close to being done here. So I brought my bathroom scales out here to weigh this thing out of the box. Fully assembled and everything, it weighs 38 pounds. That's not bad at all, okay? That's pretty lightweight to me. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach it to the truck, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take the ramp off just for now, okay? Since I'm going to do this for the first time. And we're going to slide it in the receiver hitch, okay, of this truck. Just like that. Will you look at that? So what I'm trying to show you here is the bolt that goes in the receiver part of the truck is threaded. Okay, you tighten it all the way up. And when you do that, that's going to keep this thing from wobbling and going down the road. You know, you've seen them cars going down the highway with 2-3 bikes on the thing, and them things are just flapping in the wind. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So get you a 15th, 16th socket and a ratchet or something to keep with you at all times. Just in case you have it and you're out and you need to take it off for some reason. You just never know when you might have to take it off. And tighten that up. It has a regular washer and a lock washer. And it also comes with a key to put in it like this. And just in case it was to come loose, okay? But I don't think it is. Look, I'm going to wobble this thing. I mean, it's on there solid, okay? And the one last thing we need to put on there is the ramp. This is the ramp, okay? It actually slides into this, all right? And then you put this pin that I just attached to it to hold it on there. When you want to store it or fold it up, you can do that. This is the folding one. They sell one that's not folding, okay? But I got to take this pin out and fold it up. Now, I don't leave mine on the truck all the time. I only leave it on there when I'm actually using it. So, you know, it's your choice whether you want the folding style ramp or the non-folding style. They have both of them. They're both pretty much, they work the same way. And there you go. That is the ramp installed, the rack installed on the truck. The first thing you want to do is take the pin out of the folding part of the ramp. Okay, the rack. Take that out and we'll set that down. All right, and we're going to put that pin right back in there, okay, and lock it back in. Second thing you want to do is take off the ramp, okay? So I'm going to take the ramp off, and there's a place for this to hook right there, just like that. So I'm going to push the bike over here. Now, this here is a Sysigad cargo bike, they call it, okay? And it's got the fat tires on it. So what we're going to do is line up the back wheel with the front wheel and hold on to your bike as you go up there. Don't let go of it, okay? And just roll it up on this rack, just like this, all right? And you may have to tilt it just a little bit. We'll get that front tire, okay? Let's get that front tire in. Got to move my pedals. Get that front tire in there like that, okay? The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up this middle thing, okay? Let me show you real quick how I do that. So this piece right here has to go somewhere, and depending on your bike, you'll have to decide how it's gonna go. I'm gonna put mine on the stem of the seat, right down here at the bottom. Now you'll have to adjust this for your bike. This has a strap, okay? So we're gonna put that strap on the first thing right now, so the bike don't topple over on us. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to adjust the chock for the back wheel. And let me show you right here. Okay, once you do this for your bike, you won't have to do it again. But this chock right here has a lever on it to loosen it up. I'm gonna take the strap out, okay, and loosen that lever up and slide it back to meet that tire, just like that. So the wheelbase on mine, let's see what it is. I don't know if I measure that from axle to axle. Yeah, it's 48 inches axle to axle, about 48 and a half. But this works just perfect for mine, okay? So we're gonna put the back strap on the back wheel while I'm sitting down here taking it easy. And it's got a little rubber protection piece that goes on your wheel to keep from scratching it or marring it up. And I'm just gonna get that adjusted right there. And these go in a certain way, okay? There's an arrow on them. Make sure you put them in the correct way. Now we're gonna put the front tire, we're gonna secure the front tire now with the other one that's up front here. Same deal, it's got a little rubber protection, and make sure you follow the arrows on these straps, okay? Sits down on it pretty good. The bike's on there, okay? It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna take the ramp, put it right back on here, just like that, and put the pin in it, and we're ready to go down the highway. So let's take the bike for a ride. Okay, I'm gonna get my action camera out, put it on the back of the truck so you can see how it rides going down the highway. Okay, we are going to take this bike on a road trip with this new OutFitR rack, e-bike rack, and see how it does. Okay. And I've got my GoPro, my Action 4 camera mounted to the back of the truck so you can see. And we're just gonna go up the road here a little ways. And we are riding on a paved road. Let me get my seatbelt on. I'm trying to hold the camera, and we're gonna go up this paved road right here, not far from my house. And you can see now from the action camera on the back how it's doing, okay? I hit a little bump right there. And we're gonna go down this other road here. It's got a few more bumps and potholes in it, and see how it does on the shake test. Got a lot of confidence in this rack. It's pretty well made, okay? And I don't review just any product. You know, I have to believe in it, and I believe in this one, okay, folks? This is pretty cool. And it only weighs 38 pounds. That's really cool too. There's a couple bumps right there. See how it did for those. I might have lost my camera back there. Better stop and check. We're gonna stop up here a minute and check on things. Make sure the camera's still back there. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you from the outside of the vehicle what it looks like going down the road. Okay. There's pretty good bumps right there. You can see from the camera what it's doing. Okay, I just drove it up the road about 6 or 7 miles to this area right here, and it's still there, okay? It's still holding on. Make sure the straps are still tight, and they are, okay? There's a little bit of give on this strap right here, but that's because it's just rubber. But otherwise, the bike's pretty solid, okay? Anyways, we're going to take the ramp off and set it up. I'm going to take the bike off the rack and show you how that works. Okay, now this ramp has a set of ears on it right here, and they go right on the end of this rack. Okay, they fit right into a place right here. You just kind of put them right there. Okay, like so. And I'm going to take the back tire loose first. Take the tires loose first. Leave that center one on there until last. Okay. Put that down there. Now, like I said earlier, during my assembly, when you get done using this a couple times, I would suggest that you take and check all the bolts on it. Make sure everything's tight. Okay. I'm going to take this center strap off now while I'm holding the bike. And what I'm going to do is just tilt the bike towards me a little bit. And I'm going to roll it backwards with my hand on the brake, okay? So it doesn't get away from me. I got my hand on the brake. And we're just going to roll it. Whoops. I didn't have my back wheel straight. We're just going to roll it right off that rack like so. And there you go. That's how you do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bike just for a little ride, but I'm going to put my ramp up while I'm gone, okay? And I'm going to stick it back in this right here. Now it does not have a locking pin, so I don't know. Your mileage may vary on that. You may want to get a locking pin for that. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, if you want to fold it up, let's go ahead and do that. Let me show you how that works. I'm going to lay that down there. I'm going to pull the pin to fold it up, and we're going to lift it up like so. And it'll actually go pretty far, okay, if you want it to. But that's what it looks like folded up, okay? I need to take a picture of that, don't I? Can you see that? I'm sorry, you didn't get to see that. That's what it looks like folded up. Okay, let's go for a ride. All right, that was a good little ride. Let's load it up on the truck, take it back home. So we're gonna let the ramp down. Okay, where I put it up, just to show you. Put the pin in it. You wanna put the pin in it when you're driving down the road. Okay, and we're gonna take the ramp off, attach it to the back right here, like so. Make sure it's nice and straight. And we're going to lift this center post up like that. Now we're going to put the bike on it. Make sure your bike's turned off before you load it. I just happened to look down and mine wasn't turned off yet. You want to get that back wheel kind of straight on the ramp. We're just going to push it right on up there. And you can see how easy it is to load it on up. That front wheel goes down like that. Now, don't turn loose of the bike yet. Take this center post right here, okay, and attach it to the bike. You might have to move your pedals back a little bit, but I put it on this post right here. Let me show you real quick, a little bit closer. I put it on this post right here below the seat, okay. Your bike may have a crossbar that you could put it on, adjust it for that, but I'm just going to do it right like that. Now it's leaning back. The rack's leaned back towards the vehicle a little bit, which keeps the bike from falling over on me, okay? That's another nice feature. You seen just a minute ago, I let go of that bike, okay, while I was moving my camera. We're gonna go ahead and tighten that down. And now we're gonna do the front wheel and then the back. That take 5 minutes. That was real easy to load. I like this rack. It's a nice rack. It's a good quality rack. I give it a thumbs up. Maybe 2 thumbs up if I wasn't holding the camera. Anyways, we're gonna head back to the house and we'll take it back and unload it one more time at the house so you can see me do it again. Look how much room, let me show you something right here. Look how much room between the vehicle and this rack. There's no way that thing's gonna come back and hit your vehicle. There's no way at all, okay? That's cool, really cool. I love this rack. Thank you, OutFitR, for asking me to do the review and sending one to me to try out. Okay, we are back home, and I'm going to unload the bike one more time so you can see just how easy it is to get off. Okay, you got the ramp here. I'm going to attach it back here by the back wheel. Make sure it's straight. We're going to take the strap off the front wheel first. Don't forget, we got to tighten that bolt up on that back strap. We'll take the back wheel strap off second, leaving that center one on for security until we can hold on to the bike. And then we're going to loosen this strap right here in the middle. Okay, and she is ready to come off. I'm going to tilt it towards me just a little bit and run it right off this ramp while I'm holding the front brake so it doesn't run away on us. So that was the OutFitR one bike hitch e-bike rack with ramp, okay? And I'm going to put links in the description to every place where you can purchase this and get more information about the rack. Let me get down here a little bit so you can see me. So you can see, find out more about this rack. But let me tell you something. This is a really solid e-bike rack, okay? Don't go buying them cheap racks that you find down there at the discount stores. They're not heavy duty enough for an e-bike. You know, these bicycles you buy for kids and stuff, they're a lot lighter weight and stuff. The ramp, you know, is really lightweight with being this aluminum one that I got. And it only weighs 38 pounds, so it's real easy to put on the vehicle and take off the vehicle. Really nice rack, real high quality. I love it. Thank you a lot.